He gon' get it.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium.
We gon' defend. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. We got the whole squad with me now. Train to go. Come play games if you want to. Try to crash eyes. You done took the wrong route. We gon' crash in you like a stunt dude. Check y'all like 1, 2. Tap your head like your uncle. You wanna ride, stay buckle. It get loud down here, get wild down here. Time to feel the jungle. Never disrespect the squad that's defended by a line. And some beats on the piece on the opposition. Another line in the back, singing to the ER. Just in case you got through the first line, was tripping. But if for some reason it get crazy, I got watchers on the corner for my safety. Everybody here well coached. Change the weather under pressure, stay cool like an AC. Woo! But we still make heat. Woo! Was you trying to play me? We be 3 plus 8 deep. But I'm a fool so low, can't nothing break me. Be great, only way to do great things. Hit hard, only way to make a statement. Come up in our territory, make a payment. Or be in debt with your neck, gotta play. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad.
I hit them boys. We throw them toys. Y'all saying that QB? We them boys. We the realest. We go gorillas. We out here, homie. You gon' feel us. Don't make me come down in that box like I'm red. I'll knock your socks. We don't play y'all boys, cause we some bullies. We'll take your cookies, cause y'all some rookies. I'm in the building, me and Shot Jones. We do lane, we don't play zone. We play that man, so guard your hand. I see your eyes, you're scared man. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad.
Man, y'all been part of the Buffet Boys. Shout out Solo D. Shout out to DWA. Let's eat.
Yo, Solo. You know they been saying you gotta make a hit squad part 2. But you know, man, we hungry this time, man. We gotta eat this time.
In the beast mode, AFC was trying to rap up the East Coast. Take shots, fall back, then reload. Get the powder time to slap up these foes. Anytime we hit the field, then we must play. And these boys going hard, man, I must say. Try to stay on one route like the busway. Trying to eat things up like a buffet. Eat the offense like a buffet. Eat the quarterback like a buffet. Eat the running back like a buffet. Eat the wide receiver like a buffet. Eat the whole line like a buffet. Eat the coach up like a buffet. Eat the fan base like a buffet. Stay on one route like the busway.
I say and not quote. Go hard or go home is the motto. A pick or a sack is the lotto. Let's cook them like Emerald Lagasso. My bad, Lagasse. He going south, that is not me. Hungry for greatness, so I eat. Stay in my zone like a Bobby. Jumping off the edge like E and Shaq. Straight pressure, never easing back. Protection on the way you gon' get wins. Split through the middle like Wilkins. Got some backers on the back that's gon' back me up. Straight action, we be acting up. Tell Coach Drop his best plan, but it still get snatched by X-Man. Cause we back in the beast mode. AFC, we tryna rap up the East Coast. Take shots, fall back, then reload. Get the powder time to slap up these foes. Anytime we hit the field, then we must play. And these boys going hard.
hard, man, I must say. Trying to stay on one route like the busway. Trying to eat teams up like a buffet. Eat the offense like a buffet. Eat the quarterback like a buffet. Eat the running back like a buffet. Eat the wide receiver like a buffet. Eat the O-line like a buffet. Eat the coach up like a buffet. Eat the fan base like a buffet. Stay on one route like a buffet.
Eating like a buffet, it be a long day. We ain't gon' play. Yeah, them boys green, no subway. Pick the ball off X and BJ. I don't care about what he and she say. That's nonsense. Check the replay. I work overnight and it's early morning, but I'm turned up cause it's game day. They don't really want it with your boy. O-line really get destroyed. Ex-Patriot, Cal Van Noy. Put him on his butt, hurt hemorrhoids. What's a grown man to a boy? Jam him at the line, dare you to throw it. Disciplined coach Brian Flores. Never getting routed to the boys. Fans better pay attention, even social distance. I got a witness and you know we blitzing, but mind your business. Christian Wilkins on the line of scrimmage. Far from timid, pushing to the limit, rubbing engine. You know we gotta get it, Nick Needle. You know we gonna big it, bang it. Take it to the business. Fins up till my life is finished. Say it with my chest cause I meant it. A lie, know why, I admit it. New era, yeah, our division. A win streak, we just keep on winning. So I lose, tell them suck a limit. Bills with the Jets in New England. Miami top dogs where you hit me.
Back in the beast mode. AFC was trying to rap up the East Coast. Take shots, fall back, then reload. Get the powder time to slap up these foes. Anytime we hit the field, then we must play. Any boys going hard, man, I must say. Try to stay on one route like the busway. Trying to eat teams up like a buffet. Eat the offense like a buffet. Eat the quarterback like a buffet. Eat the running back like a buffet. Eat the wide receiver like a buffet. Eat the O-line like a buffet. Eat the coach up like a buffet. Eat the fan base like a buffet. Stay on one route like the busway.
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. That's right. I'm in the building, and I am ready to go to hang out with y'all. Hope y'all had a great morning, because I did. But you know what we got to do, man? We got to get this show, and we got to get this show started off right. So let's go. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Stephen D. on the number one show for Miami fans, created for the Miami fan, Clap Blockers. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all this morning. I know you're excited to be hanging out with me this morning. I just want to give a big shout out to all the YouTube members that are part of this channel and all of my Finlaws, because you know what? Without you all, I couldn't do what I want to do, and that's hang out with y'all. What I want to remind everybody before we get started is first things first, I need you guys to make sure you hit that like button. That's the first thing I need you to do. If you are in this room right now and you are not hitting that like button, I don't know what you're doing with your life. So I need you to make sure that you hit that like button. Second thing I need you to do, make sure you hit subscribe on the channel. If you have not hit subscribe on the channel yet, I need you to do it now. But also, if you look to the right of that, you'll see this notifications, this little bell. You have to go ahead and hit that bell and make sure that your notifications are turned on so you can get notified every time the Honorable Solo D comes out with a new song, or every time I go live or we go live here on the podcast network. We got a lot of stuff lined up for you guys this year, and we can't do it without your help. So part of your help, part of the help that we need is making sure you guys are watching. Make sure you guys are hitting like. Make sure you guys are hitting subscribe and watching us grow. So make sure you guys do that. Also, I want to remind everybody, if you want to help our channel grow, you could donate to the channel, and your donation goes to the channel to be able to put new and amazing content out every single day. Look, you know, we have people like Jason Miller, who's a part of this show, who's been showing us love, and we have people from all the way in Australia. He said, wow, I'm in Australia, and this show is the GOAT. I don't know about the show being the GOAT, but I appreciate the love and the sentiment. It means a lot to me. And also Fantasy Panel. Wow, love the show. Thanks. There's a super chat button, and that super chat button can donate to the channel. You guys can do stickers. There's a lot of little cool things you can do, but most importantly, it goes to the channel, donates to the channel, helps our channel grow. If you guys don't have what you guys need from a standpoint of the YouTube, you guys can also donate through PayPal and Cash App. All right, so there's my PayPal, there's the Cash App. Again, all the funds created here help the channel grow. So I appreciate your help because I want to put out more amazing content for you guys. But without further ado, all right, we got a great show lined up for you today. Why is it going to be a great show? Well, I think that's because of the person that I have on this show. The person that I have on this show today has been a good friend of mine for a few years now in the Miami DolFAN community. He's been a Finlaw. He's been absolutely amazing. I don't know what else to say about him except he's just one of the coolest people you will ever meet. He's also one of the kindest people you ever meet. So I want to make sure that that is said first and foremost. So, hey, without further ado, I want to bring this gentleman on because I don't want to take up all his time today because he's a busy guy. He's got a lot of things to do. But first things first, man, I got to go and bring in the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Brad Wymbs. Brad, what's up, brother?
Woo! What's happening? DWA.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Hey, flip your camera to the side. That way I can get a full picture of you. There you go.
How's that? Is that better?
Now I get to see you. Hey, that's a cool hat you have there.
Oh, wait a minute. We got the same hat on? Oh, all
You got
right.
the same
I like
hat on, you big guy.
that.
For those of you who don't know, this is K9 DolFAN, a.k.a. Brad Boom Wymbs. Oh, man, I love it, man.
In the
I absolutely love it.
In the building. The energy is up here, Stephen. The energy is way up.
No, man, the energy's way up with you, big guy. I'm super excited that you're here this morning. For those of you who don't know, Brad is, if you look to the right, you'll see his little logo there. He's always about staying positive and staying in the fight. When you see this guy out and about and you see him doing lifts like this, look at that.
Oh, that looks good.
Look at that. Hey, man, I've been searching on the internet yesterday for some photos of you, and this is what came up, man. Gotta be like you when I grow up, man.
So it's either a picture like that or a picture for me from the tailgate, which, it can go either way.
Well, you talking about that?
Yeah.
You and Stripe? Shout out to Stripe, man. Super excited.
Big shout out to those guys, man. Those guys down there do it right. Every time we come down there, right? It's like family. You walk through the door and everybody's like, "Hello, how are you doing? Good to meet you." It's none of this like drama or anything like that. It's like, "Hey, you guys are here for the tailgate. Let's have a fun time, crack a couple beers, talk some Dolphins football." I love it. And then, of course, Solo and you guys always roll through. And I got my stuff on and I'm like, "Solo!" I'm like a teenage fan. Solo!
Hey, turn around real quick. I want people to see the back of that jersey, bro.
No doubt. Ready? Am I there?
Oh, my God, yeah. So, those are the DWA baseball jerseys. Those are sick. Every now and again, Solo gets them as limited, editions. They're not always in. But, man, they're like the most fire thing I've ever seen from the store besides those DWA shorts. You got the DWA shorts yet?
I know. You know what? I told Solo, I said, look, you can get the DWA shorts. They got to be shorter, though. I can't have them so long. You know me. I gotta have short shorts. So when I wear this, right, I wear it open like Miami style, right? So I got a little openness to it.
You gotta show a little chest hair,
Yeah, man, a little taco meat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Oh man, well, I am super excited that you're on today, man. How you been? Been good?
Great. I've been traveling a lot, a little bit here and there. Hopefully, I come back from a thing right before the season starts, so I'm pumped about that because you know me, I'm out, I deploy a lot and whatnot. But
this gentleman is overseas fighting for our country. So big shout out to you, man. Always doing your thing with that.
Thank you, man. Blessed.
I feel like half the time I try to talk to you, dude, I'm overseas. I'm doing my thing. I'll be back in a week. I'll be back in 2 weeks.
But what's important to me, especially to the Dolphin community, and this is always true. It's like you always got to represent your different clubs. Like, so, you know, we got the UK guys, right? They sent me this hat. I bought the hat. I was like, this thing is such fire. I mean, just look at it, right? It's fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull you back up on the screen so you can see. There we go.
Yeah. So, like the UK group, right? And they have these fire hats they give out, right? And
shout out to Wayne and Martin.
Huge shout out to these guys, right? And it's like they're from all the way over there in the UK, and it's like they're so into the Dolphins. It's insane. It's like where would you think that would come from, right? And they're like diehard fans. They're in it. When they're at the game, they are pumped, man. And that's why I like this one group. And then, of course, to me, I mean, upcoming is TPP.
You down with TPP?
You know me. Of course I am. Like these guys too, right? They do all this great stuff for charity, and it's like same with DWA, same with the UK group, same with the Nova group that I'm with, right? Everybody's about charity and about helping people out and about reaching out to different Finn fans across the country and loving what we love, which is the Miami Dolphins, right? And then, you know, you have the Cancer Challenge. Shout out to Miami for sending me this bling. This is great, right?
I love that thing, man.
Right. So what I did for the challenge is I got on what's called an assault bike, which is like this thing you kind of go like this. And I was like, I got to do 50 miles. I'm going to go ham. I'm just going to go ham the whole thing. 50 miles. Boom. I did it all on live. You know, and even OJ McDuffie for Catch 81. Same thing. When I do stuff for charity, I want to earn it. Right. I'm not asking people for handouts. I'm not saying, oh, please give me money for this. No, I'm going to earn it. So what I did for OJ McDuffie was I did burpees. Every dollar, burpees. I think I was up to $2,900. And then if you gave $100, I went full uniform and I did 100 burpees. So these are the things that I do throughout the year. They're on my Facebook Live. I do all these things, and it's just for charity for the Miami Dolphins.
If you guys want to like get super motivated with life or just like being better as a person, you gotta go check out my man at Brad Wymbs, because oh my God, you ever are like down in the dumps or just having a bad day or just need something to motivate you, just 2 seconds of your video, you're like, I'm ready to take over the world. And so
I'm gonna smash through a brick wall. But no, you know, and I like all the fans that reach out to me like, hey, I'm having problems with this or that. And I'm like, no problem. Let me help you out. I have a like core group that I really talk to. You know, Ryan, Dave, and Eric, and all those guys up in Connecticut, up there, up in that area, the Boston area.
Shout out to Eric Carrier and Dave Fazina.
Yeah, hell yeah. Those guys are great, man. Like, you know, they do the same thing. They you know, they help me out in a lot of things and help spread the word. But like the DWA movement has been like, it went from like this in its infancy, from like this small thing to like this huge thing. And shout out, rest in peace to Jay Villa. He always,
Jay Villa.
Yeah, always. So he always, every picture we were in, I mean, and you can see it. He'd be like, Brad, hold up the 4. Hold up the 4.
For life.
For life, right?
For life.
He would like pat me. He'd be like, because I'd be like, okay, because sometimes at the games I get a little in the bourbon and I get a little crazy, and then I turn in. Shout out to my wife. Tell
people how it really is, Brad. You turn up.
Shout out to my wife, because Tammy, she goes all the time. She goes, when you get to the game, you're not just Brad, you turn into Rad. Like, because I'm bouncing around and I'm talking to everybody because I love the people, man. I'm about the people, man. And that's what's great about DWA, right? It's about the people. It's about the fans, like, right? Like Solo gets in there, he's jumping in the crowd, he's getting with the crowd, he's hyping everybody up. I mean, you can't ask for anything better. You really can't. I mean,
got a couple people in the chat this morning. A-Rod, who's a member of the channel. Everyone representing this morning. What's up, Doll Freaky, representing the Freak Show. Our girl, Allie, is in the building in the chat room.
Yeah.
Give it up to Allie. Allie's starting her new podcast on our network next month.
The greatest.
Make sure you check out. It's going to be awesome. Super, Super stoked about that.
And what's great about her too is that like she just brings that same aura. You know what I'm saying? That same like that hype. You know what I mean? Like that you guys bring the same thing. And shout out to her husband Jared too, because
J-Rad. Speaking of Rad, J-Rad, the real J-Rad.
I mean, this dude. The first time I met him, right? The first time I met him, he had a welder's mask, right? Because he's a welder by trade. And he had a welder's mask and had a fin thing. I thought that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I was like, man, this dude, exactly. And like, so you have all these people, right? You have Chucky. I mean, it's endless, right? You have all these people. To me, it's just you meet all these personalities, and they're all great, right? They all bring something to the table.
Even
that's
that crazy
fire.
individual.
Oh, wait, dude. Look at this chain he's wearing. That's a real chain. Like I'm wearing
that he wears in the deep end during the game.
Yeah. And then you got
craziest thing in the world.
You got Justin Finsticky. He's riding around in a scooter half the time. It's like you got Gary the mayor. And it's like these people. It's like the personalities are so great and so welcoming, and it's like such fire, right? I mean, that's what feeds me at the game. That's why this comes off, right? And I got the short shorts on, and I got the shoes on. I mean, right now I got the Crocs on. Don't laugh at me, but
no judgment here.
No judgment here. And like, but here's the better part too. It's like my Tammy will be out like shopping for me, right? She'll be like, "Oh, you know what? I saw these shorts, and they're like dolphins, like Finn Fire, and they're Lululemon, right?" And I'm like,
"Hey, you ain't mad about it." Shout out to Chef Ju, part of our YouTube membership. He said, "Good morning, K9 DolFAN."
Good morning, sir. How are you doing? All right.
Hey, man, the people we get in here. Fins fans been riding with Miami for life. Our Fins goats. Thank you to Stephen. Much love. Let's see here. Yes, Stephen is great, and his show will grow because of how good of a person he is at Tracy Bill. Hey, I appreciate that. I'm nobody except trying to bring you all great, amazing content every morning, Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 9:30. So make sure you guys check me out there. Let's see what else we got here. Tracy said, doing what I do every morning, shooting a YouTube fishing hack video for my channel and checking out the homie Steven. I love it. I
like that.
Me too. Let's see what else we got here. Tracy said, morning, real DWA Nation. Fake ones need not apply. Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, man. Well, let's kind of get the show started because we got a lot of things to talk about this morning. Look, I always got to start out with a little bit of other news and notes from the rest of the league, right? And so first thing I'm going to start out with is the Florida Marlins. I still say Florida Marlins. I don't know why that I do, but I'm still used to saying Florida Marlins. I don't know if I'll ever be used to saying Miami Marlins.
Miami.
But look, man, they played a tough game last night. They ended up losing 2-0. Just a tough game. They only allowed 2 hits. It was a rough outing for them. If you looked at them in the standings, they started out the game before the day. They started out 1 game back. Now they're 2 games back. But as you can see there, the Mets, the Braves, the Phillies, the Marlins, the Nationals, they're all within 3 games of each other. So it's in anybody's race. And in first place, the Mets are over 2 games over 500. So it's not like it's the best division in baseball. They have another couple of games with the Phillies today and tomorrow. And then they have a weekend series coming up against the Boston Red Sox. So it'll be very, very interesting. Brad, I don't know if you're a baseball fan. You're not necessarily a baseball fan, right?
Not huge into baseball, but I definitely follow all 305 teams. I'm all Florida. I'm from South Florida.
I'd like to see them win it. I'd like to see them win it. They're not there yet, but they're getting there.
I mean, back in the day, we bought our championship. I mean, straight up. If there's no other way around it.
That 97 team was straight up bought. But hey, that was a damn good team though, too, right? They beat the Yankees in 7 games in the World Series. It was insane, that 97 team.
I mean, I would have never thought that. I follow baseball loosely. To me, I like baseball. Don't get me wrong. It's just not enough action for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like downing it. Anybody that likes it, I think it's great. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude. And I said 97. What I meant was 2003. 2003, they beat the Yankees. 97, they beat Cleveland, right? I think they beat Cleveland in the World Series.
Yeah, I was only a year out of high school, I think. I think I'm right. Yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah. Yep, they beat the Cleveland Indians in the World Series. Levon Hernandez was the pitcher, was the MVP of that series. That was a good I want to say that won 7 games too, if I'm correct. So yeah, they did. They won 7 games. So the 2 World Series that they've been in, they both won 7 games. So, hey, look, they're doing the thing. They got to do it. Dwayne says, "Hey, y'all gonna motivate me to create a Iron Throne dedicated to the Fins." I like it. Nick says, "Okay, you guys are starting to talk about Dolphins in here. We're gonna get to the Dolphins in a minute, guys. Don't worry about that." R.I.P. to Jose Fernandez. Yep, R.I.P. to Charles Johnson, part of that Florida Marlins team, went to my high school, and his dad was my algebra teacher. Flip side, that's pretty cool.
What?
Nice little story there. All right, let's see here. What else? All right, so that's not the only news from last night. Last night, and it's not that it's news, but it's a big deal. If you guys have not checked out my show on Onside Radio for the Fins, you guys got to go check that out. For many, many different reasons. I have people up there just like my man K9 every morning or every afternoon from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I say that because the last 2 days I had Max Ramos, who is part of, they don't call themselves fan clubs, man. They're called supporters groups, which I think is pretty interesting. So if you get a chance to check out that, it was really cool because what they had there was the supporters group for the Inter Miami CF team. And if you're looking at Inter Miami CF, right now they're sitting at 9th place in the Eastern Division. They're a couple of games out of the playoff spot, but they have a big game coming. The reason I bring this up is because they have a big game coming up on Saturday at 8 p.m. It's the first night game, and it is the first game that the team ever will allow full capacity of fans inside the stadium. So it'll be very interesting to see the atmosphere in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, that Drive Pink Stadium. Dude, that stadium, Solo and I went to it to go hang out with Alex Dunno back at draft week. Dude, it's a black and pink stadium. Like, it's like decked out. It's wild looking.
Bro, how fire are their jerseys? Come on.
Dude.
You cannot. I mean, they're so sick. I mean,
last night's episode of For the Fans, me and Max spent the first segment talking about the pink and black jerseys.
I mean, it's like that throwback Vice City. It's like, it's so sick.
There's no, it was funny because, I know you'll rock anything. Like especially if it supports, the Dolphins or Dolphins fans or something, but you also like unique stuff too, right? Like you'll wear, pink and all that kind of stuff. And we were talking, we're like, you know what? I don't think there's another team that's ever had pink as its primary color. And we were looking, there was no other team that had pink as its primary color. The Vice City jerseys that the Heat have, which, by the way, I think are one of the best jerseys in all of sports.
Hands down.
Like that ice blue, that ice cold blue with that pink is fire.
But, Steven, you have to remember, right, that's Miami. Right, that's what Miami, the culture of Miami, that is Miami. Those pinks, those blues, that pastel colors, that's Miami, man. That speaks Miami.
They're the only city that I think can kind of like get away with that, like and be cool about it.
And like white dudes like myself, you got to be tanned. You got to be tanned up to be looking fire.
Because and we were talking about like Don Johnson and Miami Vice too, and like gotta have a tan on, gotta be ready for that pink, man. It takes a real man to wear it. It takes a real man to wear that pink, bro.
Look, it's either tan or you're buff, right? You got to be one of the two, and like you can't be coming in there looking pasty and looking like soft type ice cream. It ain't happening. It just, I mean, shout out to all those guys and girls that stay in the gym because that's what it's about, man. That's that Miami vibe, bro. That's that thing. That's like that confidence. That's where it's at.
All right, man. I know a lot of people want to talk about it, so I guess I got to get to it because I want to give the fans what they want. Before I do get to it, I do want to remind everybody real quick, all right? There's this thing called the DWA Map, all right? And this DWA Map is pretty cool, bro. If you're a fan, a Dolphins fan living outside of Miami, and you want to get together with other Dolphins fans, well, then you'll love this. Miami Sports Music presents the DWA Map. This map shows all the Miami Dolphin fan clubs across the globe. When you go to MiamiSportsMusic.com, you will see the DWA tab. Click it and discover where you can see a game this year with other diehard fans just like yourself. When you click on a DWA icon, that club's information pops up, and you'll be able to see all their information from the founders, the bar, the restaurant where they watch the games at, contact information, and social media links. If you have a fan club and you want to have your info on the map and don't have it yet, email me at VP Miami Sports Music, VP Miami Sports Music @gmail.com with the following words in the subject: DWA Fan Club info. Once we verify you, then we'll get you on the map, and you can tell all your friends where you will be watching the Dolphins come Sunday this football season. Remember, Miami Sports Music /DWA Map. Miami Sports Music, made for the fans, by the fans. This is such a dope thing that I've had like this in the works for like, bro, I want to say I've thought about this for like 3 or 4 years. And then when we finally brought on Jamie Bahamas, shout out to Jamie Bahamas, our media director, it was really
legit.
Cool. It came to fruition. I know. And there's like fan clubs all over the world. So if you're traveling, like somebody like yourself who travels a lot, and you just happen to be on a weekend not in your home city, I mean, it's a great place to kind of like, okay, where's the closest DW, like, you know, Dolphin bar or Dolphin restaurant where I can watch the game with.
And that's what's great about that too, because like you can go there and it's like your family, man. You walk in there, and of course, if you're rocking DWA gear, they're gonna know. They're already gonna know.
Hey, look, if you go to one of those clubs and you rocking DWA, tell them to give you a beer on the house. That's what you need in life. Tell them to give you a drink on the house.
That's right.
Tell them Stephen D said it. Let's see here. It's always good to jump on and listen to Miami news and true contents from Stephen D. Shout out to you and K9. Much love. Furious is one of our newest members, bro. Appreciate it,
love
Furious.
Thank you.
All right.
I mean, isn't it great too? Like to hear like the fans too. Like it's to me.
This has been the best part of doing the morning show is hearing the fans like that. It's very flattering.
It's like yes. It's like
it means I'm doing something right, which I want to do.
I mean, look, we like I said, it started from a small movement to like this huge thing, and it's been great. I mean,
Solo started 10 years ago just doing music videos on YouTube, right? Just because he liked, rapping to hot hip hop beats and making the words about the Dolphins. And then next thing you know, you're talking about old middle-aged pasty white guys. Like it doesn't matter who you are. Like
we're going to fan.
I know that's the best part of this. Like everybody from all over the world, like the guys from the UK. Like I've been speaking to people from like the German fan club too.
Oh, bro, they get lit.
Shout out to Marcus from the German fan club. Like they even love Solo and all the music. So that's been the best part of it. Guys, 16 likes, 20 people watching. Let's go. I need you guys to hit that like button. Tell them what to do, Brad. Tell them to hit that like button.
Boop. Hit it. You know what else? I was going to tell you, Stephen, was like, even when we go to like MetLife Takeover, I saw those Durban guys there, and they were like, and some of them were like in these stormtrooper outfits. Bro.
No, that's the UK guys.
The UK guys? Okay, but there were some other German guys with them. These guys were like fanatics, bro. Like they were talking to me about stuff. I was like stats and stuff. So I was like, what?
Like what? How do you guys know about this living a whole other half a world away?
Right, their math was like up, right? They're like, the past the ratio, and I'm like, I'm looking at him like, I'm just trying to like stand straight because
dude, man, those are such great guys. I definitely love them. Guys, make sure if you guys are tuning in right now, we're about to do some Dolphins chat. You guys use the hashtag for your chats in the comment section. Hashtag Dolphin Chat. We're about to talk about hashtag Tua workout, and always got to use the hashtag Clock Blockers. I know that I had you on the show. I had to talk about Tua's workouts, bro. That's what we're going to talk about.
I got you on this. I will give you the point. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Guys, remember to donate to the channel. It helps our channel grow. Helps for people like me to be able to put out amazing content. We got Dolph Freaky show. I want to be able to make sure I'm able to put out the best visual graphics and content for her. So all that stuff goes to help putting great content out. Make sure you guys donate to the channel. Your donation goes to growing this thing and putting out new amazing content. If you guys don't use the super chat to do it, remember I also have PayPal and I have Cash App. Make sure you guys go ahead, check that out, help the channel grow. And also, man, you guys got to become YouTube members of the new YouTube membership package for Miami Sports Music. And I called them DWA, Dolphins with Attitude, DWA for Life, and DWA Loyalty, man. So you guys can go click on join on the homepage. You guys can see all the different things that you guys can get, which is absolutely amazing. Saxman J. Will, thanks, Stephen D, for giving us great content. It's appreciated more than you know. Hashtag fins up. Oh, you guys are killing me. You guys are making me blush. I appreciate it, Saxman. I really do. Cameron, the East 34, Cameron.
Shout out.
Good morning, Stephen and Brad. At East 32 Tailgates in the building. Jason Miller from SoCal.
Love it.
Jason Miller is a member of the YouTube membership package. I love it. Love it. Okay.
Great things.
Oh, man, that's been the best part, man. Everybody that knows, the brand and supporting the channel is just been, it's been very, very cool and very, very humbling.
Hey, Steven, shout out to North Cal, too.
North Cal, is he up there?
No, he's not on right now, but
he's always on. Yeah, shout out to the Godfather. He's the Godfather.
Godfather for life.
The Godfather of the Finlaws, as I put it.
Yeah, orange beard. We call him.
I love it.
Great.
All right, man.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about this guy right here who's just been crushing it.
Legit. Look at that. That's such fire.
Been straight crushing it. All right. So the question on the table today, Brad, is working out and getting jacked up for a quarterback, is that going to affect him negatively? Because, quarterbacks have to be able to, have good arm. It's not like they can get super jacked up, and you don't see that from a quarterback. But if you look at all the photos from this offseason on social media, I mean, this man is jacked. His muscle has muscles.
So, Steven, here's the deal with him, right? So when you saw him at Alabama and then his transition into Miami, you knew that the fitness coach was going to get with him, right? I don't think so much that he's getting jacked, right? He looks jacked. I understand that. But I think he's working on his core, more of his core power, right? Because you need that core power, which is right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're really working on him doing that. You've seen him with the band on running. I guarantee he's doing burpees. I guarantee you he's doing burpees. A lot of push-ups, a lot of body squats. He's doing a lot of stuff for his core. If his core is right, he's right? So he can take a hit. So he can scramble out of the pocket with that speed. So he can do this. Not necessarily does he have to lift weights a ton, right? But I think he's just doing body weight, more stuff, because he wants his core strong. And as you can see his core looks strong. If your core is strong, you're strong. So to take those hits, because people say that, he's undersized a little bit. And that could be true, right? But I mean, look at other quarterbacks that are undersized. Look at Russell Wilson, right? Is he a huge dude? No.
He showed me a lot of shades of Russell Wilson a little bit last year, and I think he could definitely be that, if not better.
Right. So that core power, right? You see that in Russell Wilson has that core power where he can take that hit sometimes, and you get up and you're like, oh, he just got crushed. But he gets up and he's like, you know what? My core is good. I'm good. And that's what I teach people that all the time, right? If your core is good, you're right? You're totally right. And that's what that is what Tua is doing right now. He is believing in himself, and he's getting his core tight. And once that's all fits together, I think you're going to see something that's going to be amazing in Miami, and it's going to be him. Yeah,
I hope so.
We've been all waiting on this, right? I mean, how many quarterbacks have we had, right? It's
20, 21, 22.
It's like,
don't worry. I mean, I'm sure if we played the game show, we could go through them all.
Right, and it's like some of those guys, they were just soft, man. They're just their core was not tight, and you see that more and more in quarterbacks now that they're using that training, right? They're using that speed training, they're using that band training, they're pushing the heavy stuff, they're flipping the tires, they're doing all this because it keeps, when they're in the pocket there and you have a huge guy coming towards you and you take that hit, you can take the hit instead of getting the ball fumbled out or throwing.
And you got to think, Tua's had a lot of injuries in his career already too. And I want to get to that. I just want to say, hey, Martin said stay in the fight. Boom, morning, boys. All the way from the UK in the building. I love it.
I love that dude, man. His energy is something so unique that it's almost infectious. I mean, people say my energy's like, infectious.
Martin's great.
I mean, this guy, I don't think he stops. Like I honestly, no. And that, again, we go back to the fans that just have all this energy and all this positive stuff they're putting out. It's awesome. Instead of all this negativity, with the Dolphins, and we see it, right? We see it. You see it in the chat group. You see it in this. Well, Tua is this. Our draft picks are. It's like you're doing a lot of.
It's funny, but here's the thing, and I want to get out the flip sides. I want to touch on this, or have you touch on this. It said it can affect his throwing motion and accuracy, but he's got plenty of time to perfect the accuracy during the offseason. I want you to comment on this a second, but what I wanted to say is, I get that, right? Like I know why that negativity is not, but I understand. Like Dolphins fans are jaded, man. Like they feel like the world's out to get them, and I understand it. Like I get it, man. You've had 22 girlfriends since Dan Marino. You've been dealing with 10 different dads and from a head coach perspective, and it's just been. But they don't know what to believe, and I understand it. I hear it.
Steve, and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm positive all the time. I feel it, but it's even bitten me. Like I was at this I think it was a Tennessee game, it was a home game, and Tannehill was just playing like trash, man. And no fault to Tannehill because the line was terrible, but like even me, I was up there and I was like, I cannot believe this. Like we're not moving the ball. The negativity was out. I swear, even my wife Tammy was there. I was just like, oh, let's go. Like I'm done. Like this is it. Like it
was the final straw.
It was for me. It's like.
Thought we lost you there for a second. I can't hear you. We can't hear you, Brad. Go out and come back in. We'll get Brad on here in a second. Why we try to get Brad back on while he goes out and comes back in. Let's see. Oh, you're back. All right.
There we go. Sorry, I had a phone call. So, but anyway, within that,
tell people to stop calling you while you're on Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. They should know better.
I should. I'll put that thing on next time. But we've all had that negativity, right? And we've all the negativity bug has bit every Miami fan. I don't care who you are, right?
Yep.
But like going into the future, I like what the organization is doing now. The front office. I mean, even our like couple first picks. Like I wanted the Grim Reaper. I wanted Smith. I did. The Slim Reaper from Alabama. That's who I wanted. But
Waddle's infectious, bro. And Waddle and Tua have a great relationship, which is awesome.
So, and that's what I'm going to get into. It's like you can see that chemistry, right? And like that's what's getting me excited.
That's a Tua pick.
And it's almost
a Tua pick.
100%, right? And so I'm going to ride with him, man. It's like I didn't. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like. I didn't even like the Tua pick to begin with. That was just me personally, right? The
Did you
more
want
I'm
Herbert?
seeing this kid, yeah. I mean, I
injury
guess
scared you. The injury scared you, and I know why that they did. It's not that you didn't like Tua; it's the injury thing scared
Yeah.
you. And he's had a lot of injury. You know, it's. I get it.
It is what it is. It is. So I'm seeing this kid work out, and I'm seeing like his infectious, like just positivity with the team, and now I'm becoming a fan, man. It's like it is what it, and like you know me, I work out a lot, I do my thing, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, these are kind of the same things that I do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like so.
How do you not like a guy like that?
I can only say that I was wrong, and I can admit that on national.
National YouTube TV radio. I love it. Hey, flip side said it can the working out can affect his throwing motion and accuracy, but he's got plenty of time to perfect accuracy during the offseason. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I can
feel free to disagree with flip side,
right? So
I love flip side, by the way.
But no, I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with him, but like if he has a certain throwing motion, right, and he's used to that, if he's putting on more muscle or more in that area, so of course the ball trajectory is going to change. Of course, he's going to have to adjust to that. It's like, remember back in the day, there was a guy named David Boston. He was a receiver. I know who he is.
Yeah, I do. I don't.
And
did he ever play a game for us? If he did, it was like 1 or 2.
Right. It was like this guy was all jacked, and he was like this. I was like, that's not going to work. And I'm thinking the same for Tua is like that. I just think he needs to tone up what he's got, right? And he is, and get that core power together, which he is, and just maintain what he's got going on. And the same thing with these other quarterbacks that are the same kind of class as him, or going to be in the same kind of class as him. Same thing. You don't want to put too much on that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're used to a certain throwing motion and a certain trajectory of the ball, of course, if you add more to that, you're going to have to change that just a little bit. And I don't think you need to change anything. I just think he needs to get his core tighter. And I think that's what the staff there and the conditioning coaches told him. Like, look, you need to get ready to get hit by, a man. Not that he wasn't getting hit by a man in college.
I mean, he was playing the SEC, right? He was playing in the SEC.
Right.
He knew he was playing against good players. Ali says, great job by Nick Hicks, the trainer, getting our boys in shape. And so let's talk about the training aspect for players, right? Like, how important is a conditioning program, an off-season conditioning program for wide receivers, for quarterbacks, for running backs, tight ends, stuff like that?
Huge. So it's kind of like a perishable skill, right? Let's just say me, right? I'm a police officer. I shoot sometimes, to keep my weapons proficient, or training proficient with my dog. Same thing. You have to keep that same pattern going because it's a perishable skill. You don't get on the bike. You don't do your runs. You don't do your workouts. That is going to diminish in some point, right? And now you can get away with it when you're younger, right? In your younger years, in your 20s, but you start getting up in your 30s in the NFL. If you don't keep that regiment straight and disciplined,
you're not going to do well.
It's going to fall. Right.
Did you ever read Tony Gonzalez's book? You know Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, I've read.
Yeah. And he did a change about halfway into his career. He changed what he was eating. He changed the food that he was putting into his body, and and through that, he was already doing a good workout. But when he started changing his diet and stuff too, I mean, it changed everything for him. And I want to say he played like another 10 years off of that one change.
Right. And you see him now, I guarantee you, he could still suit up. I guarantee you.
I mean, he was even in the last year of him playing. I said that.
Yeah. And then that mindset too is like, even shout out to Jared, Orange Tux guy, same thing. He has
Orange Tux guy, Jared, baby.
I mean, it's all about mindset, right? So I think going, what they're doing now, and I'm seeing the pictures, they're all working together, is great, and they should keep going with that. Same thing, the food you put in your body, your mindset, your training, all of that. Yeah, look at that. I mean, those guys.
And that's and by the way, that's on their own volition, right? And it's funny because like in the OTAs, whatever you want to call it, these voluntary mini camps, the NFLPA was actively trying to say, hey guys, we don't have to do this. It's not in our CBA agreement. Do not show up. You guys don't have to do it. Dolphins had the most of any NFL team. They had over 70 players, over 85% of their players show up. And you look at what Tua's doing in the offseason, he's like getting guys to come to South Florida to work out with him on a high school football field, to work on accuracy, to work on timing, to work on strength and conditioning. Like, I don't remember Tannehill ever doing that. I don't remember. I'm not saying that they didn't, but I don't remember ever seeing it or hearing about it, right? And I never, in the Philbin and any of those other prior head coaches' days, I don't remember this unity, this team chemistry. And I see it now with Flo, and I think that, to me, that's half the battle, man. That is half the battle.
I mean, yeah. The only time I ever saw kind of unity was with Sperano, maybe.
R.I.P. to Sperano.
Yes, shout out to him. Yeah, R.I.P. for real.
Although I have to admit, every time for a 3 points, baby, I'll field goal.
But I think it's the culture too. I mean, with Coach Flo in there, you can tell that like he is no nonsense. But not only is he no nonsense, but he's like a player's coach, right? He's the one that's gonna like consult you. He's the one that's gonna bring you in the office and ask you if there's a problem or whatever. He's not unapproachable either. Like some of the NFL coaches, they seem a little bit unapproachable. You see him, you saw Coach Flo at the Panthers game.
Waving that white towel, bro.
Yeah. Like where would you see that anywhere else? It's like he's bringing the culture to Miami. He's bringing that work ethic. And that I stress that work ethic, right? He wants you to be great. He's giving you the tools to be great. Here is a great facility. Here is the great coaches. Here's the great conditioning coaches. Go be great, right? You have everything in front of you. And I think he's going to expect that. And if some players don't produce that, you won't see them on the team. And that's the greatest thing that he's going to bring to our team, right? He's going to bring that continuity. He's going to bring that fire. He's going to bring that almost like that. I hate to say this because I hate New England. Like with a passion, but
hey, you can hate them all you want, and I do, but
they're winners.
Yeah, they are, and success breeds success, and I've had this conversation with different people over like Dolphin roundtables on Miami Sports Music Podcast, or going over to TD Fin Talk podcasts and stuff like that, and I've been saying, I was like, look, guys, I think Byron Jones's max contract is the last max contract we will ever see from this team during this regime, with the exception of Tua and maybe Waddle, right? Mm-hmm. Like I could see them getting max deals.
So, I mean, honestly, I think he's almost like play for performance. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you play out, you show out, we got you. You know what I mean? And that's the culture we need to bring. Instead of this huge contract money we get year after year sucked into, and it's like that's the thing of the past, and I think that's great. And I want the Miami Dolphins to be the team of the future, and I think they are. And a lot of people, they trash us, man. You guys suck, this and that. You guys don't win anything. It's like, okay, just wait. I just want you to wait. All these people that are talking right now, I'm taking screenshots. And I'm coming after him.
Hey, you're holding those receipts, son. Brad's holding those receipts. I
got a book full of. I got books. I got books that But again, that's the culture we're bringing. That fire, that workout mentality, that team first mentality. That's the biggest thing. Team first mentality. We are all in this together. We are going to crush everybody in our way. And then, afterwards, we're going to shake your hand and say, good game. Thanks.
All right. Let's talk. Let's
it.
switch gears a little bit because I know you got a hard out to get out of here this morning. So I want to make sure that I'm able to talk with you as much as I can. So Melvin Ingram,
Sure.
the linebacker, was announced a couple days ago that he came in for a visit. Yesterday, it was announced that he was having a physical.
I like that.
Bro, like, I love the fact that we had a high-name free agent that could help our defense, which it doesn't need too much more help because personally, I think we have the number one defense in the NFL already.
Lockdown.
Adding a Melvin Ingram is just, I feel sorry for any offense that comes against us this year. But what I'll say to that, Melvin Ingram, the fact that Greer was able to bring him into the building, I think he had another visit lined up afterwards and then got him to have a workout. That's money, man. Like, to me, Greer's is awesome.
I mean, yeah, he's the key. And also, have you ever seen that in the past where people are like, I want to come to Miami because I'm seeing what's going on in Miami.
For anything other than the money. For anything other, because we've gotten high price free agents, but we've given them max deals to come here. People are coming here now because of the culture.
Right, and that's what we're building. Because, at the end of the day, right, money's great. Everybody loves money. I get it, right? You want to get that contract or whatever, but the glory of hosting the Super Bowl, it's like, what is better than that? Like, at some point in your career, right, when you're playing, you have all this money. You can sit on money like this, right? It's great. But if you don't have that championship, that money's great. But that feeling that you don't have a Super Bowl champion, what you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So,
guys, real quick, I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second. I want to make sure everybody is hitting that like button when they're coming through the door. Brad, tell them they need to hit that like button, man, and they need to hit share.
Tap the like button. Share.
They need to share. We need more people watching this. Facebook or YouTube has an algorithm, and the way that algorithm works is the more people that watch and the more people that like, the bigger this show grows. So I need your help, guys. There we go. We got to 30 likes. Let's get to 40 before this thing is over with. So make sure you're sharing on your Facebook, your Twitter, your IGs, everywhere. And let's go. Saxman J. Will says, Melvin Ingram was scheduled to visit the Chiefs next, but never made it out of Miami.
Woo!
The next thing I want to hear today, Melvin Ingram signs a free agent contract with that's what I want to hear today. That's what I want to hear.
Ink it. Back to your sharing and liking. You know what's great about that? It's free.
Yeah,
it's free.
100%.
It's so free.
If you can't donate to the channel, you can't do a membership. That's fine. Help me grow with liking and sharing, bro. I love it.
That's what I like, and that's same thing with Solo with his music, right? It's so easy just to share something. It takes 2 seconds to share something or like something, and it means so much to those people, right? It means so much to those entities that are trying to start on YouTube or trying to start on Facebook or trying to start on IG, whatever it is, right? It's free to share. So easy to do. Takes 2 seconds. Just do it.
Just do it. And this is not a Nike commercial, but just do it. I love it. I love it.
Do it. Just go ahead. Just DWA it. DWA it. Hit the button. DWA. Come on.
All right. So let me ask you, man. How do you feel?
Man,
how do you feel about the running back situation?
Here's what I think. I wanted running back in the draft, right? I'm probably on the 90% board of everybody else, but I think we should just go with what we got and see where it leads us. I think we got enough weapons right now, and of course, and what builds championships to me? Defense, pure and simple. And I know if you can't score the points, but I mean, to me, defense builds championships. Look at the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, 100%, and. We did draft Dokes, right, in the 7th round. And,
I saw that.
And a lot of people, I have to tell you, I've never seen, at least in the Dolphins community, don't get it twisted, but I've never seen actually so much hype for a 7th round draft pick. Like, people are like, this kid's going to be awesome. This kid's going to be great. I want to believe that, but it's difficult to think of a 7th round draft prospect as the future of the position.
Why is that, Stephen? I mean, look at some of the greats that came out of the late. I mean, here we are again, talk about New England, but Tom Brady. I mean, that's a different position, but I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't know these. And again, the guy might get their 7th round pick, right? He sees the culture, he sees the workouts, he sees everything going on. That might hype him up even more. So we don't know until a couple games into the season what we got. And even sometimes then it'll go all year, and the next year this guy could pop off out of nowhere, ripping off 20-yard runs, 30-yard runs out of nowhere. So
M said he was good value being drafted in the 7th round. I'm not disagreeing with that, M. I think here's what I'm getting at, right? Like, you and I stated this yesterday with Wade. Shout out to Wade being my co-host, guest co-host yesterday. But I said this yesterday. I said, you know what? There's a reason that we tried to claim Kerryon Johnson on waivers, because I don't think this team, and by team I mean Flo and Greer, are satisfied at that position yet, which is why I totally could see us taking a flyer on Le'Veon Bell. Like, I think, why not? Why not take a flyer on him? I know he's not the Le'Veon Bell from the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the day, but I think he's worth the flyer and bringing him into training camp and seeing what he still has left in the tank.
And why not, right? It's like, why not? If the guy doesn't produce, if we see something, he may bring leadership. Who knows? I didn't see that leadership, especially when he went over to, I think it was the Jets, right? He was in the Jets for a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. And you're playing for a trash organization anyway. But
then a trash head coach. I never wanted to see a head coach stay so bad. Please let Adam Gase stay. I don't know how that man keeps getting jobs. And then the fact that they gave him the keys to the car and made him GM for a little while was like, are y'all looking at the same?
It makes no sense. I
didn't get it.
It makes no sense. And I remember when, it's like, I didn't see that when he was on the Jets, but shout out to the trash Jets. I mean, thanks for ruining people's careers. Suck. I am the biggest Jets hater in the land. I promise you that there may be someone better, but I doubt it.
I tell people all the time, I dislike the Patriots because they win, right? And because they're good, right? Yeah. Here's the reality. Like, I want to be like them to a certain extent, right? But I hate the Jets because I hate the Jets. Like, I hate the Jets. I will forever hate the Monday Midnight Miracle. I can't. I'm sorry to bring that up for people. I know that's going to make people go to the liquor cabinet. Like, I can't. Oh, I can't stand the Jets. I hate the Jets.
It's like, okay, I don't want to get too much into this, but trash stadium, trash fans, trash team. Period. You go there, and it's like the dirtiest part of New Jersey. It's terrible, and I love. Shout out to Jersey. Like, anybody that's from New Jersey, great. But you go there, right? There's like literally people peeing in the Meadowlands, like in the back. It's disgusting. It's like, I love going up there.
No class.
We go up there and we do the MetLife takeover, and shout out to the New York group that put
Dolphins
that together.
MIC, Nate Michelle.
Oh my God! I mean,
Igor
one of the
Michelle.
best, right?
Yeah.
We got blow up palm trees. I mean, we take over 2 sections completely. It's like, it's wonderful. It's totally wonderful. And Solo always gets the best videos out of there because we are just hype, right? That's like the best video footage I've ever seen was from there. Even more so than a Miami home game, because people are just so hyped and they're like ready for it.
And we're talking like cold ass weather games too. They're still breaking in.
Man.
2,000,
Brutal.
2,500 fans in these 4 or 5 sets. So there was a game. Was it the Monday? Was it like a night game? I forget what it was, but we dominated.
It was like
we kicked their ass, and all the fans were
All
leaving
over
by
the
the
place.
third quarter. And so in the fourth quarter, I'm getting text messages on my phone. Guys, we can hear you like loudly.
Yeah.
Like you guys are heard throughout the entire stadium. And we were like 4 sections deep up in the top.
I could hear 1 year I didn't sit with the group, right? I sat down only because I wanted to see it. I could hear a DWA chant clear as day. Clear as day. I mean, you could hear it. And then of course Solo was there. He was up there and he's like FaceTiming me in the thing, and he's like, "We're hype up here, bro! Woo!" He's got his, and that's his pre-grow hair. So it was kind of short. It was like he's trying to get the dread whip going. But like,
I love it.
nobody. When you're leaving that game, right, and we've won, nobody pushes buttons like he does.
Well, you might as well tell the story. Might as well tell the story about heading to the game and how mad somebody can get. You might as well say it because I know you want to.
So yeah, I was right. So we're driving into the game, right? And I got my caravan of people, and Steven has his caravan of people. Well, you have to like show this pass to get in, and it was like this thing. I look over and I saw Steven banging.
We're waiting like 40 minutes to move 2 feet. It pissed me off.
So I look over and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. So I get over there and you guys get in, we all get in, and I get over and I go, Steven, and you go, I was so mad. I couldn't escape.
I'm like punching the ceiling of my car because I'm so pissed off. And for the rest of the day, in fact, till this day, I still get. Put any dents in your ceiling yet there, Steve, in your car?
Yeah. And then I just remember your wife, too. I look over and she's like, look at that.
I'm so mad. I've never been that mad, but I was just so like, because it was so inefficient. They had 1 lane open to take the tickets in, and the person was like 80 years old, I feel like. I don't know if it was an old person, but I felt like they were, it was so inefficient. And I had, Solo had to do the performance and everything, and we were already running late. And I was like, oh my God, this is the worst. I can't stand it.
I mean, I remember picking you guys up and driving you that one time too. That was fun too.
Yeah, we were staying, I want to say right outside the tunnel, and I forget where, and we were staying at the hotel there, and you came and picked us up, and we went to the stadium. I mean, look, if you guys ever want to go to a great time, like a great time to an away game, you wouldn't think that it would be part of but it is, man. Like Dolphin, like the takeover is one of the most best experiences. Like they are. Shout out to Dolphins NYC. You guys have to do it. Like it's a must do on your bucket list as a Dolphin fan.
I mean, the only thing I could think was close was probably the Atlanta game. As far as
I wasn't there for that
how
one.
we won. Oh my! Again,
Scott Howe and all of them. They took care of y'all. I know.
Oh yeah. Scott, not only did he take care of us, but like he made sure that everything was great, and there were some hiccups, whatever, and that's always with any of these events. There's always going to be some hiccups. Scott made sure that he kind of smoothed it out and everything else, and the way we won that game was ridiculous. I mean, completely ridiculous.
Atlanta's so good at blowing it in the third and fourth quarter. They are like the bet. They should be called the Atlanta Chokers because they choked that game too.
They should. That was all theirs to win.
Was Jay there? Jay was at that game too.
Yeah. So he got so hyped. He fell over like all of us, and like we have that classic picture. I didn't send it to you, but I should have. We have that classic picture of all of us. I mean, like the hype was so real. You don't understand. It was like
Cameron from East 32 says the Atlanta game was epic. Aside from the 500 people we fed, Whew.
Yeah, see, and that's it, right? It's like nothing sometimes doesn't go according to plan, right?
Like,
when you have something planned out, like a tailgate.
I did the Baltimore beatdown, and unfortunately we got beat down. But I threw together the Baltimore beatdown, and that was
I was there.
I mean, number one, it was a great time. Everybody had a good time, but I tell you, like, I've done events with solo. That wasn't my first event. Like, I've helped put on events with other fan clubs and stuff like that in the past, but like being in charge of doing everything and then having to do solo stuff and making sure the DJ, like, it was wild, man. Like, it's so much work that goes into it.
But what the fans need to realize is, though, and again, you're saying it right, that these events, you're talking about taking care of 500, 400 people. Like, let me see you try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, there's going to be hiccups, and there's going to be all this stuff. And even in the infancy of, like, East 12, when they first started, East 23, I think when they first started, of course, there's always hiccups. There's stuff that doesn't happen. People don't meet certain people, and they get, whatever. But it's like, you just got to go with the flow.
You learn. I mean, Cameron, by the way, Cameron's going to be on Friday's show, everybody. So shout out to Cameron. Cameron's actually I guess I can make the announcement here with you. Cameron is going to be on every Friday with me. East 32 is going to be hanging out with Clock Blockers every Friday. And Wade, we haven't got a beat down. I said beat down. Cameron said the Baltimore beatdown sucked, but the parking lot video was fire. Yes, it was. It was a good time.
This is like pre-COVID days, but I was passing around. I had a bourbon like flask, and I was passing it around to everybody.
Hey, bro, like, full capacity tailgates allowed. I need that this year too, bro. I'm about that life. Like, I'm so stoked for. So look, man. I know we're coming up on time, and I know you got to get out of here. What do you got planned for this year? Like, what games are you planning on attending? What away games are you planning on attending?
I'm not really sure yet. I'm going to play it by ear, only because you know what I do and the stuff that I do. But are
you going to be there for opening weekend?
Yes, 100%.
Right. Fan club?
I don't know yet.
The Ravens game that Thursday. I hope. Like, if you come to so fan club weekend is the Texans game on that Sunday. And then that Thursday, 4 days later, is the Ravens game there. So I'm staying all week.
Yeah. So Ravens have a special place in my heart. And I'll tell you why. Because we usually get the S beat out of us every time. And I'm like, we need to switch that around. It's like they have our number, bro. I'm sorry. They have our number. Every time.
But yeah, hey, that's got to end sometime.
And same with the culture in New England. You see, it's changing. That shift of paradigm is going.
No, bro, they are desperate. They are desperate. I've never seen Belichick spend money the way he spent it this offseason.
Never.
They are desperate to win.
And for Miami fans, that's like, ooh, yes. It's like, ooh. It's like, I never want to see anybody fail.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
okay,
I do. I want to see the Patriots and the Jets fail every day, all day.
Right. It's like, but that goes against, like, my positivity thing. But, like, here's the thing. Here's the deal.
I'm sorry, Brad.
Right. I'll make exceptions to that, especially with those two trash teams. Like, especially the Jets. I would like to beat the Jets 100-0 every game because they're such trash. Now, the only team we really got to watch out for, and it's going to be the Bills. I'm sorry. They're the up-and-coming team. They look great.
Dude, it's going to go back to the Kelly Marino days, bro. Hey, bro, do me a favor. What is this?
Yeah, and believe me. Okay, so, like, there's a –
I love this, by the way.
I don't have the information right in front of me, and I'll send it to you. Yeah. There's like an NFL super fan club thing, and there is a lady in there and another guy, and they do those, right? And you just send your picture in, and they do. I think Bernard has one. Sticky's got one, it's like your character or whatever, like your little
Your
guy.
creature.
And so like I'm gonna bring him probably to games. Yeah. I'll probably bring him to games and set him down. Kind of like Griff does with like the little merino thing. You ever seen the Griff with the? And he always has the little merino. Like, so it brings your own. It brings.
Are you
like,
going to
some of your
Fan
own-
Fest in Tennessee?
That I really want to go to.
Because Danny, Solo and I are going to be there. It's going to be wild. We're going to stream. Solo's going to perform. Cameron's going to be there cooking out. It's going to be wild.
Is that like right before New Year's, right?
It's not like that same weekend. It's New Year's weekend, bro.
Yeah, that's my birthday weekend.
Bro, you need to be there.
January 1st.
Hey, Tammy, Brad needs to be in Nashville for his birthday.
Right, she's over there. She can't hear you though. But yeah, it's like with me, it's like my job comes first, of course, and family first, and that should be everybody's thing. Family first, job, and then and for me, it's like Miami Dolphins.
Hey, man.
It's like because I love all the fans. I love everybody, man. It's so great to just go to a game and just unwind, right? Just to let go.
It's the best thing. I tell people all the time,
so you just let go.
I love the team, and I used to I still do live and die with it. Don't get me wrong, but like even losses are like less harder now because of like tailgating and hanging out with everybody, and because it's like, hey, it's still a win because I got to hang out with my best friends and my in-laws, and it's still a great freaking day.
It's like not everybody's into that, right? But like for me, it's like I got to get there when the gate opens. I love when the gate opens. I get there, I start getting set up, right? I get in my zone or whatever, and like
start playing solo.
Somebody did recently, right, and we do, and it's like somebody recently. I was at a game not too long, before COVID or whatever, and I'm walking around, and someone goes, "Well, the party hasn't started yet because you still got your shirt on."
I guess that sounds like something Eric Carey would say, by the way. But I guess I'm not late.
Yeah.
Brad still got his shirt on. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, man. It's going to that zone, and I can just let go of everything, right? I can let go of like work. I can let go of any of my problems. I can just like be there and be in the moment, and take pictures with everybody, and it's just fun, right? It has that culture, that whole aura of stuff. And I know people are probably watching this going, I know what you're talking about, like that feeling, right? That you just get to the stadium,
it's a euphoria.
You see it, and you're like, yeah, you're driving up to it, and you're pumped already, man. I'm getting my chain out. I'm getting ready. I'm getting my hat the way I want it. I got my sunglasses. I got my phone charger. I'm like ready to go, right?
Remember the first day of school?
Me,
like the first day of school, you laid out your clothes for the first day of school, right? Like you had to look fly.
You got
for
your
the first day of
backpack
school.
on.
You're all set. Like you're ready to take over the world the first day of school, right? Like, all right, it's a new year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the pushover I was last year. I'm gonna get all the girls. Like this is how we're gonna do it. Hey, who's that there? Who's that?
Right.
I see you petting
that's
somebody.
My dog. That's one of my dogs. Come here. This is Guinness, my French bulldog.
I know. I should have downloaded your TikTok video. I should have downloaded it.
Like, yeah, we do a bunch of. Yeah, it's definitely funny, but like, man, I'm ready for the season to start. I know everybody's been like so cooped up with the COVID thing and this and that. And shout out to everybody getting their vaccinations so we can get up in here. And shout out if you don't want it, you're gonna be wearing a mask. And yeah. So I'm just ready for that. Like I felt like we've been missing like a piece of like who I am, right? Like a little piece of who I am.
Last 18 months have sucked, man. I just want to get back to normalcy.
And some kind of normalcy, which is going to be great for us, and great for the fans, great for the Miami Dolphins, great for like just being friends and having a good time. Shout out to Gary, the mayor, walk around handing out shots to everybody. It's like
I love it.
you got to love all the personalities too, man. You got You got Chucky running around acting crazy. You know, all
Gorillas.
these people. Yeah, you got gorillas walking around. You got and like the biggest thing for me and coming back to the game and like I don't want to go out in like a kind of a low note is I miss my boy Jay. You know, and that's like bottom line. I miss that guy that was there with me that like was always hyping it up and I try to like the new fans that come in and try to tell them about this guy that was one of the greatest guys for me, one of the greatest like friends, like just anything, right? And a piece of that is missing now for me, which is hard for me. But like the fans that like when I came for the first game without Jay, the home opener, I can't tell you the love and the like, just the camaraderie that was around, right? Like it was something that was almost euphoric, right? That everybody was like, hey, you know what, Brad, it's gonna be okay, and like that was big for me. Like that was like a big part of me growing back into missing my friend. So I know that's like it's kind of a sad note, and I get it, but like I just want to explain to people how much.
It's a great segue. It's a great segue because I want to interrupt and just say, if you have somebody out there that's a friend or somebody that you love or somebody that you have not talked to in a long time, reach out to them and just you never know what somebody's going through. And so sometimes just
right.
Hey bro, I'm thinking about you, or hey, I'm how are you, or like that little
like,
just that little a text message, something as small as a text message saying I miss you can literally change somebody's entire day. So I have this thing on Fridays. It's called Spread Kindness Fridays, and at StephenDSKPL stands for Spread Kindness, Positivity, and Love, because I feel like a mixture of all three of those things. I feel like you can get through anything in life, and life is tough sometimes, and life sucks sometimes. But if you can, show kindness or have somebody show kindness to you, or see somebody that is positive, or just love somebody, and it could be a complete stranger in a store. Like I've done it. Like I have straight up, like I have had, I know it sounds weird and people are going to think I'm crazy, but I have seen people like I could just look at them and just know they're not in a good place. And like, I've never met the person a day in my life and be like, hey, are you good? Are you okay? Do you need to talk to somebody? I'm here. Do you want to, I'm here to listen, and that little stuff right there could just change somebody's life.
And that's what's great, right? Even through the game, I've had people come up to me and say, hey, Brad, I love your videos. I love your positivity. And like, hey, you've helped me. And like that to me, like, I mean, what's better, right? What's better than a complete stranger coming up to you and saying, this, that, or a complete stranger coming up to me saying, hey, I knew Jay. I knew that you guys were friends, and just giving you a hug, right? Like, where does that happen? Other than our fan base, it's awesome, right? Where does that happen? Maybe it does somewhere else, but like in my world at that time, at that moment, that's what I needed, right? I needed those fans. I needed Jeff. I needed Chucky. I needed, Allie was there. All these people were there, right? And they, it was great, man. It was like, I don't know, man. It was like one of those experiences that I hope that I can always hold, you know what I'm saying, and never let go. Jess was there, all these people, man, and they basically said, "Hey, we got you, man." Like, even to OJ McDuffie and his wife, they made sure after the game that they met up with me, that we had dinner, that this and that. It's like, where can you find that love, or where can you find that positivity all in one place?
Hey, we need to get OJ on the show. You need to help me out with that. I need OJ on the show.
No doubt. I'll reach out. Yeah, I mean, another guy, right? Big Dolphin. Everybody knows who he is. This and that. But he took the time out to actually say, hey, after the game, make sure that I was good. Hey, why don't you come over to Boat Campers and we'll have dinner? I said, absolutely. I went over there and did it. Same thing. Jeff had like balloons. These guys had all this stuff, and they let me talk. And that was one of the hardest things for me, was to we had like a thing at the end where I had to talk on this microphone, and it was the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life. But like I had everybody around me right there to show me
all
love,
that love.
right? I had Chucky.
All that love.
Yeah, I had Chucky like next to me. I had Jeff next to me. I had Wade. All these guys, man. And it's like, where can you find that camaraderie and that love? But we find it here with the Miami Dolphins and their fan group. Strange, right?
Bro,
but not really.
I want you to know that I love you, and I really mean that. You know that I love you. Like seriously,
of course,
like,
man.
You've been a big positive impact in my life, and I've been a little hard headed, but you have always been there every single time you're there, like every single time, and Solo, the same way. But I love you, and I'm super pumped to see you this year.
Yeah, man.
I miss you, man. And I need my shirt. I need my shirt.
I have it.
Need my shirt.
And I want to see you rocking it too. I want to see you.
Bro,
rocking
I've been trying to tell people if you send me stuff, like I will straight up. I know, man. Where can people find the shirt, by the way? If people want to buy the shirt, where can they buy the shirt at?
So right now it's off. I'll post the link up later when we're gonna do it again. But like there was a store that was open only for like a short amount of time. But we're coming up with a new design, and we're gonna have a new shirt. So, and of course it's gonna be those colors. I'll have other colors too, but like I'm gonna be pushing the Miami Dolphin colors, of course. But just to reiterate how much the fans and everybody, and shout out to my wife Tammy too, because you got to remember the spouses of all these people have to put up with all this craziness, right?
My wife does. My wife does. Tamika straight up
met
does.
Your wife many of times.
Yes. You sat in my living room, bro.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to all them, because they support us too through all this craziness and all this the Dolphin mania stuff. It is what it is, right? It's like, that's what it is. Yeah, and I've definitely seen your wife give you a couple talkings too.
Oh, yeah, like me? Not me. I'm perfect, man. I'm perfect, bro. Not my wife. Not at all. Hey, bro, real quick, I want to remind everybody, you can help the channel grow. Donate to the channel. Brad, tell them they can donate to the channel, help the channel grow. They can hit that like button. We're at 38 likes. I want to get to 40 I know you got to go, man. You stayed on a little after with me. I appreciate that, by the way.
Yeah.
And
it's all, man. I show you love every time, man. And I just hope we have a great season. I hope the fans can enjoy, each other and the games and everything else. And there's a lot that goes into this, man. And I just hope that we can all just be together and have fun, and no shirts and drinking.
I ain't never scared. What? Yeah, I gotta hit my bone crusher.
Got that bone crusher. Shout out ATL. But yeah, and I just hope the channel grows. I hope that Solo
I appreciate
grows,
that, man. This has been a wild thing starting this podcast network and seeing.
It's a ride, man. It's a ride.
It is a ride, and I'm doing 2 shows a week, 2 shows a day, 5 days a week, a morning show and an afternoon show. And I wouldn't have it any other way, but it's tough, man. Like, I'm up till 3 or 4 a.m. working on graphics every day because I want this show to be perfect. And I know it can't be, but I want it to be. And I want the fans to get something that they can't get anywhere else. So when you guys donate to the channel, that helps me be able to do that. So make sure you guys donate to the channel. If you guys don't do it on here, you guys can definitely do it through PayPal or through Cash App. All those things help. But yeah, I mean, I'm up till 3 or 4 a.m. making sure that Stay in the Fight, Stay Positive BW logos in the top right there, and that all your stuff. Like I do all the graphics for this thing. I do all the graphics. I direct it. I run it. I host, and I wouldn't have it any other way because I feel like this is my element and this is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And I like doing it for all these Dolph fans because to me, with the exception of my wife and children, there is nothing that has made me happier than DWA and the Finlands.
Look! We gotta put the call out to get Coach Flo up on here. That's what I want.
God, I would love to have Coach Flo
in the building. In the building, I will write every person that I know to get him on here.
That would.
I think that would be amazing. I think you'd be a little nervous. I'm going to be honest.
No. The only Brad left us. What happened? You're killing me, Brad. All right. I guess that means Brad's gone. If that's how this show has to end, that's how it has to end. All right. If Brad gets on, I'll wait another minute or two for Brad to get on. But look, guys, I want to make sure you guys know about the new YouTube membership. Join today. You get early access. There are different tiers. And with the different tiers, you can definitely see everything, here from the early access to videos, member shout-outs, photos and status updates, exclusive member-only videos, members-only live streams, connecting on social media, certain, badges and stickers and priority reply to comments and exclusive discount codes to Miami sports music coming next month. So make sure you guys join with the membership. I got some really cool people that are in the membership thing here. Brad said, Brad must have my internet. That's why, Mark, you haven't been on my show yet, man. But when you do, it's going to be epic. Like, we're going to hype it up when you come on my show. Congrats, Stephen D. Clap Blockers. Love it. Flipside says, strive for perfection. That's how greatness starts. Fantasy Panel says, blessed morning to all Fins Nation. Estefan, I got to get with you. I got to get you. We got to link. We got to get in contact with each other so that I can send you out your DWA hat. Chef Zhu, got to show love to one another and let them know that we're here no matter what. Treat people the way we want to be treated. Positive energy goes a long way and can touch a person's heart. No doubt about that. Need one more like for 40. Let's go. Yeah, one more like for 40 people. And we'll have hit the goal for today. What else? 100% listen and reach out. Don't be afraid to do so. Look, I've really enjoyed hanging out with you guys this morning. It's been a lot of fun. Just a couple of things about DolFans and the DolFan chat that I'm really, kind of interested in just, seeing what happens and what goes on. I want to see the Dolphins sign Melvin Ingram today. Like, that needs to happen today. I don't know what they need to do to make that happen, but that needs to happen. I love the fact that Melvin Ingram was supposed to go visit Kansas City Chiefs, and that didn't happen. So to me, that's pretty wild that he stayed out for a physical and stayed the extra day. That for me, that was awesome. Did they answer the question in the title? How important it is for a quarterback to work out or get bulked up? Yeah, we did. Bad rap sample. So at the beginning, probably about 15, 20 minutes into the show, we did that. So make sure you make that happen. D-Dub Dolphin Dialogue. Oh, you changed your name on me. Stephen, you have the passion to be successful. I appreciate that. Definitely. I love what I do, and I want to do it. This is what I want to do for a living, man. This is what I want to do for life, and I need you guys' help to make that thing grow and become possible, so that this thing could become like I know it's going to be. It's going to be huge. I think Clock Blockers is going to become the #1 Miami morning show that there is. I have plans of taking this thing and expanding it. Right now we're on YouTube. I just started a Twitch channel. If you guys are on Twitch, I'm still learning how to use Twitch. So I am excited about that. And then obviously I'm also, got new shows coming out, right? Like we got Dolph Freaky, the Freak Show, coming out at the end of next month. I will tell you a big hint. There are some big things in store with the international fan clubs. Fins Nation UK, DolFan Mexico, and hopefully Germany can get on board, and a couple of other fan clubs. I'm super stoked about the opportunity to to see what we have in store. I think you guys are going to like it. I think you guys are going to like it a lot to see what other fans go through from other countries. And Miami Sports Music is going to be the home for a lot of that stuff. And so nothing's official yet, but we're real close. We're at the tail end of making it official of everything. So that'll be fun. You guys can check out Wade O. Wade was my guest co-host yesterday. Wade's got What Would Shula Do? You guys make sure you go support that brand and go make that happen. And most importantly, man, I just want you guys to love one another and be there for one another always, because you know what, I can't do this without you, and you guys are what make it possible to be able to do this on a day in, day out basis consistently. So make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit subscribe, and we got to 42 likes. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys can donate to the channel. It helps our channel grow. Your donation goes to this channel to be able to put out new and amazing content every day. And also, man, make sure you guys know that you guys can sign up to become a new YouTube member today. All right. Got a lot of cool things going on. And now the Fins need to incorporate accountability and responsibility throughout the organization and roster in order to create a dynasty. Dwayne, I think they're already starting to. Do I call you D-Dub now or Dwayne? I like D-Dub, by the way. I like Dwayne too. But I need to know what to call you. Tell me in the comment box what I need to call you now, sir, because you changed your name on me. You've messed up. You've messed up my flow with you. I love you though, bro. I'm glad to see that you changed your name there. Yeah, man. See, that's what I do. Like, I have a relationship with these people now. I've never met all these people, a lot of these people a day in my life, but I consider them my Finlaws now. They're family. They are family. People like Marcus, people like D-Dub, people like Jason Miller, Cameron, Marcus. I already said Marcus, didn't I? That's okay. I'll say it again. Chef Zhu, M, Miami native, Estefan, Saxman J. Will, all these people, man. All these people are absolutely amazing. So I love you guys. I really do. I'm going to have some amazing content this afternoon for you guys. So make sure you guys check it out from 6 to 7 p.m. on Onside Radio, Miami Sports Music for the fans. If you guys want to be a guest on that show, because all I'm interested in that show is talking either to people about fans, whether it be former players or people that cover teams in South Florida, or fans themselves. So if you want to be a guest on that show, hit me up at VP, V as in Victor, P as in Paul, VP Miami Sports Music at gmail.com. VP Miami Sports Music at gmail.com. You guys can email me if you guys want to be on that show, because I'd love to have you guys on. Talk about your time being a fan of whatever Miami team you support, whether it's the Dolphins, the Heat, the Marlins, Inter Miami CF, whatever it may be. And just remember, you guys, donate to the channel. Helps the channel grow. And, shout out to Brad Wymbs today. Brad was definitely awesome to have on. He's one of my best friends. I love the man to death. And I am excited. D-Dub says, is anyone going to the Bucks-Fins game this year? D-Dub, there's something in the works. Nothing is official yet. But I'm hoping that something is in the works. Chef Zhu says, great show this morning. I never miss a show. #loyalty. Yes, you are, man. I appreciate that, Chef. You are definitely loyal. I want to see more people like Chef Zhu, Marcus, D-Dub, A-Rod. Shout out to A-Rod. Estefan, Fantasy Panel, Mark Norcal, the godfather of the Finlaws, Cameron, Andrew, Saxman, Estefan. Guys, join the channel. Become a member. I would love to see all these people be diehard Miami Sports Music podcast members. And I know that you guys want to. I want you guys to become members of this amazing channel. And we got a lot to offer, and we got a lot of things coming down the pipe. And if you guys are members, you guys are going to get exclusive behind the scenes looks at a lot of stuff, and you guys are going to be the first to know about when something drops. So, that's going to be awesome. So, D-Dub, I don't know if I'm going to the game yet, bud. I'm going to figure that out. But I think there's something in the works for a Tailgate. I'm just trying to figure out I don't want to announce or put that person on, not blast, but I don't want to say what they might do because nothing's official for them yet. But let's just say something big could be in the works. And as soon as I find out or as soon as it's official, I will announce that for you, D-Dub. Don't worry about that. Yeah. So, look, guys, it's been a beautiful morning. It's a little after 10 o'clock on this beautiful hump day. And I definitely appreciate the support from you guys, hitting that like button today, sharing. Make sure you guys, get the new YouTube membership. You guys donate to the channel. Whatever you guys can do to help me out, that would be definitely great. Kelvin Smith, Stephen D, love your show, bro. Kelvin, I appreciate you loving the show, man. Want more people like you. Make sure you share it with your friends and tell everybody about me. I can't grow without you guys. I need your help to grow. So if you guys today, at some point today, when we get offline here, take this and share it on your Facebook status and tell people to watch the show every morning from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be awesome. Also, I think you guys are going to like who I have a guest on the show tomorrow. Tomorrow's guest from Finside the NFL, Reason, is going to be my guest co-host tomorrow. That's going to be awesome. Super excited about that. Reason from Finside the NFL will be my guest co-host tomorrow. We're going to break down the roster. We're going to go tick for tack at all the positions. So that's going to be a great show. Make sure you guys do not miss tomorrow's show from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. I know we go into overtime a lot, but that's okay. That's more. I do that for you guys. Definitely want to make sure that you guys check that out. Marcus says, the boy Reason. Yes. So I just, look, I want to have everybody on the show. I want to have Kay Flexen on the show one day. I already do stuff with Doug, and TD is a big supporter of the show as part of the podcast network. My goal is whether you like these guys or hate these guys or whatever, I want more people to know about that Dolphin inner circle. My goal at Miami Sports Music is to bring people together. Whether you love them or hate them, just bring people together because everybody, deserves a platform. And so I want to give light to everybody who has one. And I want to be that place where people come. That's a neutral territory that they can come and speak their mind or speak their piece and feel no judgment or whatever. So I love the fact that, I have people like TD, I have Doug, I have, and now Reason's coming on to be my guest co-host tomorrow. So I am super excited about just a lot of things that I have going on in the works. And all the different Dolphins people on YouTube that do this kind of stuff, just like me, because they love it the same way I do. Saxman says, great show, Stephen D. Hashtag fins up. No, hashtag fins up for you guys, man. Great show for you guys. I appreciate you guys. All right, man. Look, it's been a crazy morning. I got to get ready for the afternoon show. There's a lot of things I got to do. I love you guys. I love you guys more than anything. I really mean that, besides my wife and my kids. Okay. And yeah, man, just support the channel in any way that you can, whether it's liking, sharing, donating, whether that's through the super chat, whether that is through, things like the PayPal account or that's Stephen D Report. The Cash App is $ Stephen D 13. Any which way you guys can support or donate to the channel, that helps me out big time. So I appreciate all the love, all the support you guys give. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on with Inside the NFL. I'll be on with Reason. It'll be good times. Make sure after we finish the show here today, you guys share it. I need more and more people watching this even later on today. So I need you guys to make sure that you guys share this so more and more people watch it. If you missed any part of the show, you hit that replay button so that you see it again and I get more views. All that stuff helps. All right. So I love you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Fins up. DWA, DolFans with Attitude for Life. Peace out, guys. Y'all have a good day.